Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix the Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. And of course, we are still developing unassemblize tool, which takes a long time because it is a bigger tool. And yeah, last sessions we did good progress with laying out the new commands in the runner class to be picked up for UI. There is one thing I want to do and run a formatting on all our files because the naming convention is bonkers. Now the question is, how do we do this? Clang formats, rename symbols, naming conventions, clang-tidy. Clang-tidy, clang-tidy, clang-tidy. Right, clang-tidy camel case. Let's see. Readability. Camel. Jesus Christ. Clang-tidy example. Bug prone. What does that mean? I think we need to ask ChatGPT because, of course, there's no proper tutorial written by anyone how to use clang-tidy. How can I use clang-tidy to automatically change symbol names to different formats, to different styles? Clang-tidy configuration. Check options. Modernize, convert naming style. Camel case, yeah. Modernize, convert naming style. Your source file or files. Okay, so we need a clang-tidy file. Let's put this in here. Clang-tidy. Okay, variable case, lower case. Wash. Camelback, function case, camel case, enum case, camel case, macro, upper, prefixes. Which are the most important types that we can use for key? We can use for key. Variable case, constant case, const expr. Okay, let's see. So we have a variable case already covered. Constant case defines the name set for constants. Constant case. Global constant case. Static class struct members. Methods. Method case. Methods. Struct case. Enumerator values. Enumerator. Okay. Yeah. Macro definition uppercase. Namespace case. I think this should be lowercase. What options do we have? What options does it give for value? Any case. Okay, camera back. Lowercase, snake case, yeah. Enforces screaming snake case. What? Screaming. Okay. Well, it's not so many options. So for namespace, I suggest to use this lowercase. Okay, it's typically just one word. Suffixes T. So you can place suffixes behind this and then it puts a T in there. I see. Okay, so class, camel case, struct, camel case, enum, camel case, function, all camel case, constants, that, namespace, macro, upper. Yeah, I think this is a much better naming. Okay, so what else? Private, global, inline. Okay, I would say global variable case, global constant, global variable case, and that's then we use here prefixes. So static are prefixed with S and globals are prefixed with G. Okay, private member variable prefixes. Value M. Okay. Clang-tidy fix checks. Compiler flags. What is this compiler flags? Flags you use during compilation. Flags. Now the question is, where do we find clang-tidy? LLVM. Here, oops. Includes bin clang tidy. Okay, it's here. Okay, let's do command prompt. Let's stash this one. cd clang-tidy. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we put it here, clang-tidy. So minus fix checks this. Source file. I guess applied on all these. This one is empty. So I guess we just put here and star maybe. No. Error while trying to load a compilation database. No compilation database found. What does that even mean? What is a compilation database? No compilation database found. Any parent directory. I have no idea what that means. How about this one? Also not. Maybe we need to put it in quotes. Oh boy. Fix. Compilation errors. Maybe we can, is there a way to set up clang-tidy in Visual Studio 2022? Linter. Open, go to tools options. Tools option. Tools, options, text editor, C++, code style, linter. Check the box, run clang-tidy. There's no such thing. Create a clang-tidy. The roots. Define the checks. Run clang-tidy. Well, it's not here. I don't know. Clang. Just here. Okay. What about this property pages? Properties. Configuration properties. General. Platform toolsets. Well. Code analysis, clang-tidy. Aha. Checks to enable or disable. What is that? I have no idea. Checks to enable or disable. It's checks. I guess we put there this here. I don't know. How do we run this then? During build, when you build your project, clang-tidy will run automatically. Right-click a file, analyze, run code analysis. Run code analysis. Let's see, runner. Code cleanup. Well, that doesn't help much. Well, code analysis is something else. Is it not? Clang-tidy. Developer. Okay, I didn't understand anything here. Nothing. P build dir. Build dir. What does that mean? Pass to your build directory. command prompt. Clang minus tidy. It's not recognized. Of course not. Applying fixes. Clearly, none of these things worked, so ChatGPT has no clue. How can I invoke a standalone clang-tidy on a project for Visual Studio 2022? Clang-tidy. Yeah. Aha. It requires a compilation database. How to compile your project. Aha. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. why does it have to be so complicated? clang-tidy in Visual Studio 2022. Aha, there's a page. Oh boy. I just want to run clang-tidy once. It doesn't need to be automatic. Incorrect order of operations. guess we can initialize it. Okay, fix uninitialized variables. Uninitialized. Jesus. Uninitialized variables. Okay. Good, but we are still none the wiser when it comes to clang-tidy. CMake settings JSON. I have no clue what I'm doing here. The documentation on this thing is absolute shit. Name x64 generator. What do I know? Ninja. I don't know what that is. Name debug. I don't know. So is this picked up automatically or what happens? How does it pick it up? And in CMake project you can configure clang-tidy. And then what? How does it pick it up? It doesn't explain it. It only says you put a JSON there and that's it. It doesn't explain how to set up the JSON. Like where does CMake know where to pick it up? How does it know it? It doesn't say. Of course not. Because why would anyone write documentation that actually works? Why? No one does that. Just a bunch of random snippets here and there, and then maybe it works. Maybe not. Let the user figure it out. As always. Goddamn garbage. clang-tidy runs. Yeah, how does it run? How do you run it? How do you run it? CMake. Maybe we need to run CMake once more. Configure. Generates. Compile. That didn't do anything. How do you run it? How do you run clang-tidy with Visual Studio? How do you do it? Why not explain it? I don't understand. There's so much documentation, but no one cares to explain. Let's ask ChatGPT again. So this one didn't work. This one, well, set platform 2 is set. We didn't do this. Navigate to configuration properties general. Configuration. General. Platform toolsets. It doesn't allow me to set this. Clang tools. Okay, maybe Apps, Visual Studio. Modify. These documentations are always retarded. Like the documentations are written for people who already know how things work. That's typically the thing. There's no like step-by-step guide, like do this, do this, do this, and done. It's always like, yeah, you know, all these 100 steps that we didn't specify here, and then you do this, and then it works. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Clang. I don't know if any of these options is needed. Tools. Maybe this here. Maybe. It's 9 gigabytes. Poor. What the hell? Well, go ahead. Do it. Maybe we need to close this here first. Maybe it's faster if we just rename by hand instead of using clang-tidy, because apparently clang-tidy is too complicated to use. You can't use it. So maybe just doing by hand is much more efficient and faster. I mean, it would probably take a few hours to get it right. But maybe that is okay. Yeah, using these tools is always hit and miss. Like, people don't write good documentation, and you have to figure out how things work. It's always the same bullshit. Platform tool set. Clearly this didn't work, so this documentation needs updating. Like, you need to say exactly what are the prerequisites for this to work. How do you link this? Where do you need to put this file exactly? How do you make CMake pick this up? How do you verify that CMake has picked it up and that it's there? And how do you see that it actually works? Like, all this information is missing here. I really don't understand. Like, there are 5 contributors to this page, and no one addresses these simple questions. I think they don't sit with someone who has never used these things and ask questions like, okay, what do we need in the documentation? It's like the corporate bullshit. Let's just mumbo jumbo some words together and done. Go home. Job done. It's retarded. At least the formatting is nice. That's good. To edit your clang-tidy settings, open your CMake settings. Like where? Open your CMake. Where? Where open CMake? Is retarded documentation. Like you need to be specific, especially with the software that has a million configurations. You need to be specific. Like where is this? Yeah. And then in the example they put a dot 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 and chaotic formatting. This is not valid JSON. Like if you put an example, you should put valid JSON that you can just copy paste. Done. That's how you make a documentation, and not this bullshit here with dot dot dots inside. Oh, ridiculous. Change the value. Okay, while we wait for this, I would like to go to Clang format once more. Standard is CPP 17. Column limits 125. Clang formats, column limits. How about we set it to 0? Or maybe not. Let's set this to false, because this is annoying. constructor. Okay, so let's see, Visual Studio. Okay, looks like standard we cannot change. I like this much better. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can also remove this here. Okay, here we still got a big boo-boo. Okay, how do we prevent this? Let's ask ChatGPT, because before we find this, Clang format creates this format. How can we change it so that it does not add a line break before the function name? Penalty return type on its own line. Jesus Christ. Penalty. What the fuck is this name even? Bin pack parameters. Bin pack. What does that mean? Bin pack packs as many parameters as possible into a single line. Bin pack parameters. set to false. Penalty return type. So we set this to 0. Let's see if that improves the situation. It doesn't. Reduce the penalty for placing the return type on the same line. Pack parameters. I have set 0 false false, and it still pack. Column limits. And it packs and it writes the function declaration like so. How can we make it format like so? Static. I want it to be like so. Jesus. False. Break before parameters. The fuck? Zero. False. Align after open bracket. Ensures a line break and alignment for parameters after the open parent. Always break. Well, I don't want it always break. Just when there isn't enough room. Is this already set? Huh. It is set to always break already. Okay. Break before parameters. Prevent breaking the function parameters onto a new line unnecessarily. Break. Okay, that is not set. Break before parameters. I don't understand it, but okay. Break. Let's see. invalid arguments. Thank you. Doesn't work. It does not work. Clang format says this is an invalid parameter. Clang format is version 10. Clang format is version 10. Okay, what does it say here? A line after open brackets. Bin pack parameters. Well, it's a nice try, but probably doesn't work. Ah, no. Shut up, parameters. Ensures that the return type and function name are kept together. Well, that clearly doesn't work. That clearly doesn't work. Maybe it's not supported with this Clang version. Penalty for putting the return type of a function onto its own line. What the hell does this even mean? Penalty? What penalty? Do I get like a fine or what is a penalty? Will someone come and break my legs? What the hell is this documentation? It's retardation. Absolute retardation. Penalty. What penalty? Example. Penalty return type on its own. To make breaking after return types less likely or almost turned off, you can set to a very high value. Always break after definition return type none. Okay, let's try these. I expect that there will be again an error, no? Okay, that did nothing. Good, then let's set this to a very high value. 9999. Haha, that worked. Thank you. My gosh. Clang is so pedantic. Okay, yeah, this is much more readable. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, I like this. This is readable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now the question is file. Mm-hmm. So let's look at this, for example. Do we like it? Yeah. Yeah, now the question is, how do we apply this to all files? I still haven't figured that out. So we probably just need to edit all files once to update the formatting. Oh, stupid. Let's ask ChatGPT. How can we run Clang formats on all project files in Visual Studio 2022? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Clang format of okay, I can live with that. What about this one? I can live with that. Okay, good. Okay, I think that is fair. Mm-hmm. Um, prevent strange function prevent strange line breaks on functions with Clang formats. Prevent numerous line break styles. Numerous. Because the problem is, like originally it would like either like break this down into the next line, these arguments, or it would break this down into next line, or it would list it like this. So there would be 4 different styles: either everything in line, break line here, break line here, or everything on single line. Like 4 different styles, and it's just too much. It's too much variation in style. It's too much, and it's retarded, because then every function you look at is formatted completely different. And I don't understand how this makes things better. It doesn't. It makes it more complicated. The rules should be simple. So either everything inline or everything laid out on multiple lines if it doesn't all fit into one line. Then at least we have 2 styles. We can agree on this. I think that is much more straightforward than trying to like put it all on one line but doesn't really fit, so try to break it up in different ways. It's getting so complicated to look at. Prevent numerous line break styles and functions. Well, let's say simplify line break styles on functions with Clang formats. Simplify function line break styles with Clang format. There we go. Okay, good. Okay, so at least we got that figured out. We still didn't figure out the clang-tidy. Let's see if we have some tool set now here. No, we don't. Oh, we have this now here. Enable clang-tidy. Okay, let's set it to yes. Apply. Okay, and how do we run this now? Let's see. Oh, How about we disable this for now? And then okay, let's let it run. Yeah, it's, the formatting is absolutely wild. I think we already improved it a lot. There's probably still some things like constructor list, for example. I think there's still some jank, but I didn't care enough about it yet. The function, that was one of the big pain points. There were some other things. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Formatting should be simple. It shouldn't try to pack things in complicated ways. It just makes it super hard to look at. Super hard. Like, make the code look simple. That must be the goal if you want to auto format. Otherwise, don't use auto format. We still have this problem here. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea what he's doing now here. I just want to run clang-tidy on all these files. Well, we will get there. Maybe. I still have no idea what the CMake settings is supposed to do, if anything. I have no idea what it's doing right now. Maybe we can already take a look at some of the early ones. So what does it do now? Extracting. Okay, so oof. Okay, so this is all on FMT. Okay. What do we have here? mGUI CPP is also not our codes. If it's not in our code, then we don't care. Yeah. We only care if it's in our code. Okay, looks like it does some checkings here. I have no idea where from, what with. We will see. I checked up about. No. Yeah. Okay, wait. We can also look at the documentation once more. Platform. Apply different code analysis settings. Enabling code analysis. Enable clang-tidy. Okay. Error. No checks enabled. Well, then how do we enable checks? No checks enabled. Maybe we need to put it here. Here, there, apply. And now what? That didn't do anything. So every time I want to test it, I have to do the whole thing. Oh, that's stupid. Oh god. That's stupid. I just want to run clang-tidy. How hard can it be? Oh my gosh. Oh, let it run again. Oh boy. Maybe it's still enabled because it's in here. Maybe we need to disable this here. But then he would have read this as well, and he didn't. Maybe it doesn't even use this, which seems the most likely. Yeah. Well, let's wait again. Let's wait again. Maybe we can this time actually run it from the Visual Studio. Clang-tidy. It's not recognized. Let's restart this prompt. Prompts. Oof. Command prompt. Clang-tidy. Ah, okay, so now we have it in here. Okay. So if this fails again, then let's try to do it here with the command line, which ChatGPT already suggested something about somewhere. Here, this P build there. Let's ask regarding this, what does the build there refer to exactly? The directory with the SLN file? Question mark. Build here refers to the directory containing the compilation database. Oh. Well, it doesn't exist. So if we add this here, I wonder if that will work or not. We can try. That's awfully slow. Hopefully our tool won't be that slow. Hopefully it will be fast. Yeah, we don't do slow software here. Only lightning fast. Yeah, lightning fast. And it still fails. Oh boy. No checks enabled. Okay, then let's try it with the command line. No, wait. First we need this compile commands, whatever, export. Let's see if it does that. It is there. I don't know if it did anything. I have no idea how to use clang-tidy. I have no clue. Nothing works. I don't know. I need a tutorial for dummies. I don't know how to create this compilation database. I don't know where to put this thing. I guess it's, let's see, cmd cd d cmake cd cmake Visual Studio 17, I think. Visual Studio CMake generator 17 2022 dot. Okay, it does something. Okay, it created a CMake folder and a depth folder. But I don't think that this is what we wanted. No, it just created a depth folder. Okay, now it does a bunch of stupid things here. Oh boy. Oh boy. So did it create the file that we looked for? Probably not. Date modifieds. Okay, let's delete all this. This is useless, useless, useless. Useless. Yeah, it's created everything except what we actually looked for. Good job. Good job. Good job. Maybe it's in here. No idea. Yeah, I don't know. The documentation is shit. I have no clue what's supposed to happen. We can remove this option again. Okay, let me make a comment here. After tinkering for how long did we tinker? Yeah, 2 hours. For 2 hours. After tinkering for 2 hours, I could not get clang-tidy to work locally. If anyone can show me how to do that on unassemblize code, then that would be wonderful. Yeah, I have no idea. Even with ChatGPT and reading some docs, I have no clue. Nothing works. There's always some error and huge waiting times because compile times are outrageous with Zydus. Yeah. I mean, an alternative would be to just rename everything by hand, which would probably take like 6 hours or so, I estimate. Yeah, it is possible, but a little bit of work, and it's possible that we miss something. Yeah. Yeah, clang-tidy is turned off. No idea. I don't know how to use it. It's too hard. We probably need this command list thingy, which I have no clue how to generate. I don't know. Okay. All right. Then what do we do next session? Next session we will implement, let's see. Yeah. Slash pop. Okay, so we probably want, yeah, we need to get started here on this thing. So I think we need something like so we probably need a std array. Program file should be const. Probably. Yeah. So that would be program file pair. Then we need a std array with named functions to matched functions, named function bundles. So this is compared. So this also too. Then we also need single bundle. Let's see what else would we need. Bundle, match functions, name functions. I think that's all. Yeah. I think that's all. Maybe this shouldn't be cons because we perhaps want to instigate a load async command on these from within here. So we can probably make it non-const. Now there's also a question, do we want to put all these into one struct to bundle them? Maybe. Find bundles. Yeah, maybe we make a structs I think named functions could be part of program file descriptor because each has its own, right? Maybe. Well, named functions is independent. Well, let's see. Name function. It is independent from the file that is loaded. So it should not be part of program file descriptor. We should maybe make a new one, call it program symbol descriptor. Program symbol descriptor. And then in there we put the named functions. Program symbol descriptor. Then we make this a program comparison descriptor. And this will be our program comparison ID. What is that used for? Then we need another struct in here. program comparison descriptor, file. Then in the file we put program file descriptor, program file, puts compile and bundles, source file bundles, and single bundle. Program file descriptor, program symbol descriptor, program symbol, program symbols. Then we put here a std array, file, to files. Yeah, something like this. Then we need to spawn one of these per file, but it's independent of this because this allows us to like delete this guy, but this would still be able to live, right? So all the instructions could already be loaded here in the named functions, and then these two could still operate theoretically independent of this one. Now, obviously, then this one could not access this one anymore, but it could still show all the symbols that have been already loaded. I think that's why this layout makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense, but yeah, we will see the requirements, I guess. Yeah. Then let's rename this to program comparisons, and then program symbols. Program symbols. And program comparison descriptor. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, we need to iron it out as we go and implement. But I think in principle it could work. Yeah. Maybe we move all the unique pointers here together. Program file ID. Do we also need a symbols ID? Maybe. Yeah, let's add one. Program symbols ID. Const program symbols ID equals 0. Symbols ID. This. Okay, let's compile. Good, then we continue next session right there, and hopefully we can draft a little bit of the basics for what we need. Yeah, let's see. I think the start will be a bit difficult as we need to figure out how we want to build it, but I think once we have the basic blocks in there, it should be straightforward. Maybe we will see. Okay, I will take a break now. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.